Hi everyone. Okay, so we are going to start the meeting, but first, because this is our birthday month, we have a special video. So let's watch it first. Is it visible, everyone? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, but it has like boxes.
Oh, yeah, because I was seeing at the chat. Okay, let's play.
Sherry. Definitely Sherry.
Of course, it's Sherry.
It was me, so I had this idea of making an English book club because it was my long lost dream. And so I asked someone to be my co-host, and then Krisan and Airin came and we made the Matty Book Club together.
What I'm hoping for when I made this book club was just to meet more readers that are comfortable and happy reading English books, and that definitely happened.
I wish to improve my English and meet bookish people from all around the world.
I simply wish that the Matty Book Club can be a place where bookworms can have fun, be themselves, like in the Matty party in Alice in Wonderland. They can discover new friends whom they can talk about books with, and so on.
Nope. Don't think so. We're all mad. So it's very suitable.
I don't think so. I remember we wanted to name the book club something that is related to Alice in Wonderland because I just read Heartless at that time and we both loved it. But I don't remember we thought of any other name than Matty Book Club. And it's perfect name, I think.
No, there was no other idea for the names other than Matty Book Club. So I just said to Krisan, what if we name the book club the Matty Book Club? And then she just said, oh, okay, yes, that's great. And then it's there.
Probably a heartwarming slice of life.
Of course it will be fantasy, middle grade fantasy.
If the Matty Book Club was a book, then I think it would be heartwarming slash slice of life genre because it is so heartwarming in a way. It kind of slips into my real life.
most memorable moment with the book club is a lot. There's a lot of memorable moments, and each of the meetings are special. And all of the people that I get to meet, not just the other co-founders, but also the board members from last semester and this semester, and everyone that we get to interact with on Bookstagram, they're all special. So thank you guys.
I've been here a year and made lots of memorable moments, but I think the most memorable one is back in December 2021 in our meeting about books and motherhood, because I'm also a mother, and that time the most memorable moment is when I interviewed our special guests for the monthly meeting, because I was so nervous, yet I was so excited, and as a mother, I relate to a lot of things said by her.
My most memorable moment with the Matthew Book Club is the first meeting. I made this Mad Hatter Vibes hat from cardboard, and at first I expected maybe only 15 or 20 people would register, but then it blew up. So in the first day we opened the registration, we reached 100 registrations. So yeah, thank you everyone for supporting us, for supporting the Matthew Book Club. I thought it was gonna be this small book club where I can just chat with my close friends with, but then it blew up, and now we have more than 160 members.
Happy first anniversary to the Matthew Book Club! Yay! I'm truly happy that my first ever book club just keeps thriving, just keeps achieving many of its goals. And it's kind of crazy that this book club has achieved so many of its goals only in the course of 1 year. I hope that this year, 2022, will be another great year for the Matthew Book Club, and let's see what you guys have to bring to the table.
Hi Matthew Book Club, it's me Tika. I want to say happy anniversary Matthew Book Club. Thank you so much for being a safe space for us to talk about books and also practice our English speaking skills. Thank you for organizing fun and cool activities for us readers. I've gained some new friends and also met some new people that I can convince to read Percy Jackson.
Oh, hi Matties! It's been an eventful year, huh? Wishing this little fun book club to continue growing and inspire new people and bring literature forward, as well as a safe place to improve our English skills and confidence. Cheers to the many years later. Happy birthday.
Hi Matthew Book Club.
Thank you!
And we love you! Okay, hope it is a great video. Okay, so thank you everyone for being here. So first, before we begin the discussion, as we always do, we are going to celebrate our birthday by blowing the candles together. Okay, so Kawin is going to lead us. Kawin.
Hi, hello everyone. Happy anniversary first of all. So we are gonna celebrate our first anniversary. So maybe Sherry can help with the candle.
Okay, wait a minute. Still find the spotlight to founder. Okay, so everyone, maybe you can help us by also counting and also giving a what is it? Confetti emoji once the candle is low.
You can participate by counting. Maybe you can open the mic and we can count together, and of course you can choose any party emojis to celebrate with us. Okay, ready?
Okay, the cake is not really visible, but maybe we can post it later in our Instagram. It says happy 1 year TMTBC. Okay, happy 1 year everyone. Okay, Kawin, you can count.
Okay, everyone, on 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Yay! Happy
Happy anniversary!
anniversary! Thank you everyone. Happy anniversary, Matty Book Club.
Congratulations!
Hold on, emoji, the party emoji. Woo!
The party emoji. Yay. Okay, yay. It's a merry birthday celebration. Okay, so today we have our special co-host with us from Little Blooms Book Club, from LiteraSEA Book Club, and also from Booktube Malaysia. Okay, thank you everyone for collaborating with us. Okay, so we'll start the discussion. Okay, the others, can you help me to spotlight the co-host for tonight? Okay, you can click add spotlight. So yeah. Okay, wait a minute, please. So there are lots of panelists tonight. There are 6 panelists.
Exactly.
Okay. 2 more, Vanessa, and who's the last one? Esme, isn't it? Oh, Esme is already here.
CJ, yeah.
Oh, CJ. Okay, everyone is already here. Okay, so here are they, our guest hosts for today. Hi, everyone. Okay, so first, let's introduce ourselves. First, starting from me. So, hi, my name is Sherry. I'm from Indonesia, from the Matty Book Club. And yeah, I will be representing Indonesia for today. Okay, to Vanessa, the next one.
So hi everyone, I'm Vanessa, I'm from Singapore and I'm representing LiteraSEA Book Club. So we are mostly based on Instagram, do monthly meets. So yeah, Urjo in the chat, hi, he's one of our regulars as well. So very nice to meet you here. Yeah, so I'll pass on to the next person. I think, it's on my screen on my right would be CJ.
Hi everyone. So good evening. It's actually evening here in the Philippines. I am CJ from the Little Blooms Book Club. So we are based in the Philippines and I am one of the representatives.
Okay, it's my turn. Okay, hi everyone, mabuhay. I am Esme. I am also one of the admins of Little Blooms Book Club. We were established on August 8, 2020, so our birthday is coming up too. And the goal of our community is we want to gather book lovers and then we can have a place to bloom where we can meet new friends, a place to share our excitement and even some disappointments about the books that we read. Our book club is also a safe space for everyone and even international people. They can come and join us and we are open to hear out your thoughts anytime. Thank you.
Yay, and the next one, Hafiz.
Hi everyone. Hi. Selamat datang. Welcome. How are you? Apa khabar semua? I'm Hafiz, President of Booktube Malaysian Booktube Association, or in short, Booktube Malaysia. Currently, we have about 70 members in our Booktube Association, and we really hope that one day we can seriously market our local publishers and authors internationally. In terms of, I really hope that you guys can get to know better in terms of our novels, our books. And I think that's all as for now. And I'll pass the floor to my colleague, Alia.
Hello, hi, my name's Alia, but some of you guys know me, if you guys know me, my channel is Gadis Baca. I'm part of the Booktube Malaysia. And basically, Hafiz took like half of the words that I'm gonna say. So that is it, I guess. And it's a pleasure to meet all of you.
Okay, hi everyone. It's so nice to meet you today. Okay, so we are going to discuss the literacy from each of our countries. So the first one, before we go into the discussion, I want to ask, so what do you do at your book club? For the Matty Book Club, yeah, we do monthly meetings every month like this. Okay, what about first one, LiteraSEA Book Club, Vanessa?
So I realized I forgot to mention in the beginning, but our book club is actually a regional one. So from the start, even our entire admin team, we are from all around the region. Our founding members, so Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and we've just got on board a new co-host from Myanmar. So the books we read, really, we're trying to have people read in English books from the region that aren't just what the West thinks our stories are. Because if you read all the Asian books that are popular overseas in the Anglophone world, right, they are about one of three things we realize. It's either about war, immigration, or family. But I think the literature from our region is really diverse, and there's a very unique tradition that comes from each of our histories and each of our cultures, right? And so we try to read books that are from the region that represent the diversity of all of these countries that we lump together and call ourselves Southeast Asia, really. So that's something that we want to do. We want to show the world what our literature actually can look like, right? So we also have done series that look at specific themes. So from 2020 end of the year to early 2021, we actually did a series on indigeneity. So we picked a couple of books that were by own voices writers in the region, and we were kind of helping casual readers just like us think about these topics in the region and how it affects us through fiction. And we think that that's a very gentle vehicle that we can have these kinds of conversations. So those are some of the things that we do at our club. So I'll pass on to the next panelist. So maybe Little Bloom's Book Club.
Oh yes, for Little Blooms, so every month we pick our book of the month, and then at the end of the month we have book discussions where we have our Little Blooms and of course other bookworms. Oh, sorry. So just a little bit of background on how we also choose our book of the month. So we try to give clues to our audience, and then once one of the audience, either a Little Bloom or a bookworm, is able to guess the book, so we give a shout out to that person. And then as I mentioned, we have book discussions at the end of the month, and after that we also give different badges, like I finished reading this book type of badge, and also a early bookworm awardee for the very first person who was able to finish the book first. And then after which we encourage our members to post their book review either on Instagram or in their blogs, and then we try to feature them in our Instagram page. So that's for Little Bloom's Book Club.
Okay, and the next one from Booktube Malaysia.
Oh, okay. First of all, I forgot to mention earlier, because I'm very glad that we actually have the real cake to celebrate our birthday tonight. Okay. For Booktube Malaysia, we emphasize books from local publishers and also authors in our own Booktube channel. Like me, I have my own Booktube channel, Hafiz Latif and Alia, Gadis Baca, and the rest of our 70 members. So we emphasize books from local publishers and authors, like I said earlier, in hope that people around the world can get to know better about our local books in Malaysia. And we dynamically organizing series of webinars. We actually did invited Booktube Indonesia to collab with us for our webinars, and also we do have online activities like Facebook Live, monthly Facebook Live, Twitter Space, and also Clubhouse, a book discussion, or maybe some current issues in book industry, and so on and so forth. So that's what we do in Booktube Malaysia, and I think maybe the rest I will pass to Alia to share about our activity too. Go Alia.
I was worried that he's gonna hog all of the information.
No, I'm not gonna tell everything because I need to, to give the space to you too.
All right, okay. We also lately we have this theme yang kita bertema tu abang Fiz. Okay,
Book
this one
theme.
you gotta help me. The theme that
Book theme.
where the book theme, and then where we post our videos based on that book theme.
We call it as buku sorotan, which is
Yes.
we choose one book as a highlight book, and then people can discuss the book. For example, like Alia, your session, you pick your book.
My session, it wasn't a local book, sadly. It was The Sword of Kaget. I totally forgot about the fact that we have to use the local book, but I was so obsessed with The Sword of Kaget that I just picked up that book. And we also had bedah booktuber, right?
Yep.
Ke bedah buku?
Yep.
Yeah. So where we share tips and all that. We also have our Telegram account, where inside there we basically talk about the social issues, and then we give out tips, and of course over there we support each other, like, hey, I got this new video, we just send it over there, and just like, okay, we're gonna check it out now. So those kind of things.
Yeah. So for you guys, do follow us in our social media, and we open to Malaysian. Because we have Malaysian Malaysian booktubers currently living in Germany, also in our booktube association. So if you guys are Malaysian, and even though you guys are living in overseas, you guys can also be in our association, be a member. So just website, visit our website www.booktubemai.com. That's all, Sherry. Thank you. Sorry, a little bit longer.
Okay, thank you everyone for the introductions. Okay, so now we're going to discuss about the books. So the first one, when we are talking about literacy, so I want to know the classics must reads from each country. Maybe I can begin with mine first. So Indonesia. So this is a book that I read when I was in elementary school. Maybe everyone know this already. It's called Laskar Pelangi in Indonesian. I don't know what is the English title. Maybe someone can drop it off in the chat if you know the English title. So my father bought this book when I was in elementary, and this is kind of a classic that everyone in Indonesia reads. It got a movie, and I think it's an inspirational movie like that. What about Vanessa?
So when I was thinking about this for quite a long time, so Singapore, we don't have a national novel per se, and that's something that a lot of our local publishers are still trying very hard to see if they can engender, but nothing has quite the reach of all the novels that have come out from the other countries. But there is one poet, I think, that the writers here have found very beloved, and almost to the point of, when you get to that stature, you start to, make a lot of jokes about it. So there's this one poem called Ulysses by the Malayan by Edwin Tambu that's very famous, and there's this joke in the industry like, oh, you're not a real poet, a Singaporean poet, if you haven't made some kind of response poem to that poem. So maybe I thought that I'd share an excerpt of it. So I'll just do a bit of maybe the first verse or the first 3 verses. So here's an excerpt from Ulysses by the Malayan by Edwin Tambu. I have sailed many waters, skirted islands of fire, contended with Circe, beloved the squeal of pigs, past Scylla and Tibris, the 7 years of Calypso, heaved in battle against the gods. Beneath it all, I kept faith with Ithaca, traveled, suffering much, enjoying little, met strange people singing new myths, made myths myself. But this lion of the sea, salt-maned, scaly, wondrous of tail, touched with the power, insistent on this brief promontory, puzzles. Nothing in my days foreshadowed this, half beast, half fish, this powerful creature of land and sea. So that was an excerpt from Ulysses by the Malayan. And if you don't know, the Malayan is it's a mythical creature created by the Singapore Tourism Board to represent Singapore. I'm sure you must be familiar with it. So yeah, thanks for that. I'll pass on the time to Little Bloom's Book Club.
So our classic must reads is actually a lot, but I'll give you some basic ones. We call it basic because we study it in high school. So I have here Noli Me Tangere, or it is Touch Me Not by Jose Rizal. And then another one is El Filibusterismo by Jose Rizal too. In English, it is The Reign of Greed. So the stories took place back in the time of Jose Rizal, when the Spaniards was taking over the Philippines, when we were colonized. And it showed us how the Spaniards was to the people, to the Filipinos. But what Jose Rizal did, he changed the characters. So he did not use their names. So he made, like, for example, Maria Clara, the representative of the women in the Philippines. So there were there were Spanish characters, there were Filipino characters, and I think this book is a really must read, these ones, because it will give you an idea of how the Spaniards influenced the Philippines since they colonized us for 333 years. That long. It's been that long. And it is a reason why the national hero, Jose Rizal, the author of the books, was captured by the Spaniards and he was killed because of the books. They thought that this was his way of rebelling against the Spaniards. So if you want to read them, go ahead. I do recommend. So let's go to Booktube Malaysia.
Okay, I'm gonna say the title of the book, and Hafiz is gonna explain what's the book all about. Okay, this one is the Hikayat Hang Tuah. It's a sejarah Melayu, the Malay history, and Hang Tuah is actually one of the Malay warrior back in the days. He has five friends. There's Hang Tuah, Hang Jebat, Hang Kasturi, Hang Lekyu, and Hang Lekir. So now I'm passing the ball to Hafiz.
I think I'm not gonna share about more about the books, but some of the classics that Alia said. But what I'm gonna share with you guys tonight is the our national laureate winner, which is in Malaysia we call it Sastrawan Negara. So just to mention a few titles from A. Samad Said, or we call him Pak Samad, which is I very love his novel, which is Salina, titled Salina, and also from Shahnun Ahmad, which is Ranjau Sepanjang Jalan, and also because Vanessa just now, I think it's poems, right? So I'm going to tell you guys about Muhammad Haji Saleh also. It's from our national laureate winner, or Sastrawan Negara. And one of his famous poems is Si Tenggang's Homecoming. So you guys can just, you guys can just Google it, and you can read the poems Si Tenggang's Homecoming. And I think, that's it. That's the thing that I'm going to share with you guys tonight for classic must reads from Malaysia. Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting one for everyone. Some say that, oh, they have read that in the chat. Kawin have read Elfili also. Okay, so the next one, because we have talked about plastic book recommendation, what about the pop ones, like the recent ones? Can you guys give some recommendations, like recent popular books from your country? Mine, maybe I want to share two. So the first one, I think everyone in Indonesia also know this because it's everywhere. It's the Bumi series by LiteraSEA. I only got the Matahari one. This is the third book. So it's like a fantasy series. A lot of people love this book, but it is also kind of like controversial. Like some love it, some don't like that. But I personally think it's a great series. And the next one, young adult books never fades in Indonesia. So recently I've just read Teori Tawa by Airin. So if you're Indonesian and want to read something funny and something serious, like this talks about mental health and how stand-up comedy save the characters. So it's kind of unique. I think that's my recommendation for popular books from Indonesia. The next one, Vanessa.
So for contemporary books, I decided to show the ones that I do have at home that I really like. So for a more international audience, I tend to recommend this. So State of Emergency. So it's a historical fiction book about the emergency in the 1960s, and so some stories about that. So historical fiction. So what's actually a little bit interesting about this book is that the funding from the government was cut because it actually tells a different story from the official history and the government's role in kind of clamping down on certain political dissidents in the 1960s. So that's actually, so a lot of times when people from overseas read the book, they don't understand why in Singapore it kind of has that political significance in, even though it just seems like fiction, it just seems like a story, right? So that's something that I enjoy recommending. But in terms of my personal favorite, there's a different book. It's called Annabelle Tom. So this is chick lit. So if you like romance, fluffy stories, this is a great book. And not only that, because this book's main character is a Chinese woman, and it's written by a Malay man. And what is amazing about the way he's written in this story, he's not just, we think chick lit is like shallow, is vapid. But through this book, through this story, he's actually talking about a lot of social issues in Singapore. So things like elitism, classism, racism, he's actually touching on them via this character who sounds like Bridget Jones. So it's very fun to read, very lighthearted. But in the back of your mind, you're thinking, hey, So that's something that I really enjoy about this book. And it's very fun to read. And I love it. Number one, this is actually my favorite. So if you had to pick one, right, pick this one. Yeah. But don't tell anyone I said that. Yeah, so those are my recommendations for contemporary lit. Pass on the time.
Okay, next one from Little Bloom's Book Club.
Yes. For us in Little Bloom's Book Club, so when we were discussing about our book recommendations from our country, one of the titles that have surfaced is Patron Saints of Nothing by Randy Rebai. So this book is something that we believe is very essential as a read. So thank you, Esme, for showing the book. So that's the book. So it revolves around the main character who, unfortunately, his cousin died. It was because the cousin was caught up with the issue around drugs, war on drugs in the Philippines. So there's a lot of topics or like the mention about the war on drugs in the Patron Saints of Nothing. There is also this question that the main character is always thinking to himself, like, since he is a half Filipino and he grew up in America, so he doesn't feel American enough and he doesn't feel Filipino enough. So I think that is also a topic that will be very essential to those who were born and raised outside of their original country. Another title that we recommend in Little Bloom's Book Club is 13 by Budgetan, and it's illustrated as well by Kajo Baldissimo. So actually 13 has a Netflix adaptation in Netflix, and it revolves around the main character, whose name is Alexandra 13, who is known as the sixth child of the sixth child. So it is a fantasy series. Also, it's comics and featuring a lot of things from Filipino mythology. So I have read and also watched the Netflix adaptation. So guys, if you have any Netflix, you can watch 13 there. And next is a book recommended by one of our admins, Claude. So it's Wicked as You Wish by Rin Chupeco. So this is more of also a fantasy mythological story. So it's book one of a series. So that's for Little Blooms Club. I'm giving the floor to the next speaker from Booktube Malaysia.
So what I have here with me is alamak tak nampak. Okay. Can you guys see this? This is no. Alright, the book. What if I put my face here? It's not gonna show still. Okay. Now this book is called Nirnama. Nirnama is actually an Arabic word. It's translated it means no name. So this is a story about a warrior whose name we just call him Nirnama. He's traveling because he has this one lifelong mission that he has to do, that he has been promising himself that he has to do it no matter what. So the story tells about him going from one place to one place, and then he meets all of these characters from Malaysian lore, Malaysian folklore. We have Putri Gunung Ledang, we have the Hang Tuah, we also have Mat Jenik and Putri Santubong, Putri Sejinjang, Putri Santubong. All of them, he met all of them, and he trained with them. It's basically about silat. Do you guys know the Malaysian? Yeah, you're right. So he studies silat, the martial art, and he's been spreading and preaching a bit about the Islamic not Islamic culture, the Islamic religion. So it's a really good book, and I am obsessed with this because it broke my heart. For real, it gave me that emotional damage. You know? And inside here we have my first reaction when I opened this book was like, oh my god, but you guys can't see this. No, I'm disappeared too. Okay,
Maybe you can turn off your background for a while if you want to show.
Okay, hold on, because I really need to show you guys this. My friend illustrated this. This. How do I turn off my? Hold on.
You can choose your background to none.
Mirror to none. Wait, hold on. Choose. Okay, I am so sorry. Okay, here. Kenapa tak boleh still?
Yeah, in stop video. In stop video, you can choose virtual background. The arrow.
The arrow. Yeah, I did.
Arrow from stop video, you can choose virtual background, but yeah.
I did. But there's no option for none.
Okay.
Oh no.
No, just proceed with.
So maybe you can
with
just
Nirnama.
like put it in front of
It's
your face because usually it shows like this.
All right, you genius. Okay, so we have like this really, you get to see a bunch of hot guys illustration. Like they're really hot. I'm not kidding. So this is one of the best book that I've ever read. I'm literally obsessed with it. And there's another one that I don't have the book with me, but that one is written by Tan Tuan Eng. It's called Garden of the Evening Mist. It has a movie, and the author is really, really super nice. And the book it's a bit slow. It's slow paced, but it touched your heart. It really does touch your heart. It's a story about this old lady. She's a judge, and then it's like a flashback where she was trying to figure out where her sister is, and she met this one Japanese tattooist over there, and I think they were having feelings for each other, but they just can't be together because the Japanese was colonizing the Malaysian, right? It sets in Cameron Highlands. So he was loyal to his country, and she's just like, I want to find her. She wants to find her sister, and yeah. Okay, so I'm passing before I drag on. I'm passing this to Hafiz.
Okay. I think I'm going to share one of the title, which is The Weight of Our Sky by Hannah Alkaf. Maybe I think Airin and maybe some of you already read it. The Weight of Our Sky from Hannah Alkaf. And I also love the webtoon series because Hannah Alkaf, for the title, she also got the webtoon series. So you guys can check it. It's free, I think. I think I'm not paying anything, so it's free. Yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna recommend you guys to read Hannah Alkaf by The Weight of Our Sky. That's all from me, Sherry. Thank you. And now I'm triggered because Alia said about bunch of hot guys in Nirnama, and I'm the only guy here. You guys, please support me. Where's the guy in this so-called webinars? Please support me because I'm the guy here. I'm the only
You're
guy.
hot, you're hot, you're hot, you're hot. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Okay,
I just
Sherry.
realized that actually. Oh, and forgot to say about Indonesian popular books. So I don't know why in the kids in kids book, I also see like some horror books, which is kind of unique because if I were a kid, then I wouldn't dare to read that. But yeah, and one of the horror authors of Indonesia is also here, Kak Rizal Iwan, and I bring your book. Congratulations because he has just also published his 5th book. Congratulations, Karizal. Okay, and the next one. Okay, so I want to ask. Oh, time is running up. Maybe this is the last question. Still have a lot, but yeah, maybe we can answer it a bit faster. Okay, how is the literacy culture in your country? So in Indonesia, I think the literacy culture, we don't read, we're not like, we don't have to read novels in school. But in some recent years, the government is trying to implement that into the education system. But when I was in high school, I didn't experience that. I don't know if any of you guys here are still in school, so maybe you can comment how is it? Because I saw some schools like implementing the literacy time into their class like that. And then I think I see a lot of the people who loves reading are from young adult or even adult, like around 17, 15 until 25, like that. So not much for the children. Yeah, kind of a bit sad, I think, for the children in Indonesia, because only a little of them loves to read. I don't know, how is it in Singapore, Vanessa?
In our curriculum, even when I was in primary school, so starting from age 7 when compulsory schooling starts, I'm not sure if this was something that every single school had, but mine had this what we call silent reading time. So like 10-20 minutes before announcements every morning. So it's like this giant square full of like little girls who were all just like reading our books. And some people were more serious than others. They'll bring like the same book every single week because those are the people who are not actually reading, right? They just like flip. But for Singapore, as we grow older, actually we see more and more people stop reading because there's this very strong like pragmatic culture here. So there's a very famous quote by our founding father, Lee Kuan Yew. So poetry is a luxury we cannot afford. So that is what they said in like the nation building years, right? So I think there's this a lot of people in Singapore think that, oh, you know, the arts, literature, poetry, you know, you can't make money using these things, right? So they don't value it as much and people don't really study it. But there's been a lot of effort from the industry. So there's a very strong movement from the booksellers, writers, publishers, libraries. So we have a movement called #BuySingLit that has been trying to promote reading and writing in a lot of independent movements. And I think in the past 10 or so years, things have really gotten a lot better. So I'm quite optimistic. Yeah, so that's for Singapore. What about in the Philippines?
So here in the Philippines, starting in the youngest grade, in first grade, kids get a chance to study or read. So they have specific time too, just like in Singapore, and that would promote the reading skills for the kids. So it only lasts up until sixth grade. So when you reach high school, you're on your own. You're on your own to read if you want to read more. But what's sad is in the Philippines, there are only a few libraries that cater Filipino readers the books of Filipino authors. So some are not available here, and some are even outdated. So when we go to the libraries here, we usually just go there to do some research for our school, for some theses. But for entertainment, for leisure, we usually end up going to buy expensive ones, or some people tend to read pirated books. So it's either not available in the Philippines or it's too expensive, so we just go and read the pirated one, even if it's illegal. So I'm sorry, authors. Okay, how about in Malaysia?
Alia, you want to speak something or?
No. You first. The hand shows to you.
Okay. No, because you show to the right, which is I'm in at your life.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. All right. I'm just kidding. Okay. Anyway, for Malaysia, I think the same, what we call it, the same issues. Maybe in in Indonesia, because we are in this Southeast Asia countries. So I think the Indonesian or Singaporean or Philippines also have the same issues. But Vanessa, I do went to Singapore Writers Festival and I love it so much. But we do have same festival in Malaysia, which is Georgetown Literary Festival, which is in Penang. So yeah, just wanna mention a few festivals. But the literacy rate is actually quite high in terms of how about we talk about between these 2 years in pandemic situation, which is from our side in Malaysia during the pandemic. I think the online sales, the online buying via marketplace like Shopee or maybe the publisher's website or the authors directly from the authors also quite high during the pandemic session for online buying. So I think if we can, based on that online buying, we can say that the literacy rate is high, maybe. But just want to share a few data too from 2019. 2019. The what we call it, Perpustakaan Negara Malaysia, National Library. Our National Library. Each Malaysian reads 5 to 7 books a year. Average. So each Malaysian reads a book like 5 to 7 books a year. So that's the data from National Library also. But I think most importantly is that our society is actually, because of they're buying too much books, lots of books. So at least for me, I think our society needs guidance to, to pick or to choose the book and what to read and how to read. And therefore, that's why since during the pandemic also, our book influencers like booktubers, book tweeters, book talkers, bookstagrammers quite doing well and blooming also because of because of the influence that they have to influence people to buy or to influence people to read at least. So I think, yeah, that's all from me. Maybe Alia wants to add some more.
Okay, I just want to say that I feel so attacked when you say our society bought too many books. I feel attacked personally. And then yeah, I think what Hafiz said is true, because I keep on seeing these new book talkers popping out like mushrooms, and then these new bookstagrammers like, oh, we have like so many. I don't even know if like, are you guys, please don't just do this because of the trend, because right now the book talkers and bookstagrammers, I'm not so sure about booktubers, but there have been like rapid increasing, like skyrocketed. I just like, whoa, slow down. I can't even keep up anymore. But and the books are usually sold out fast. I couldn't even grab my favorite authors. Like I just click on MPH or any other. Can we see brands here? Can I? Okay. Like and then it just immediately, wait, what? Sold out? I just looked at you this morning. my gaji just masuk today. I just got my paycheck today and it's gone. So it's just so fast, just like that.
But don't get me wrong, because as a publisher and also as a bookseller, I do encourage people to buy books, so many. So don't get me wrong, okay?
Yeah, I think we keep buying books. The TBR family is getting bigger, say Chikai in the chat.
Exactly. My TBR list like going hell.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I still have so many questions, but time is running out. So maybe that's the last one. So from what I conclude from everyone, some people say, can I relocate to Singapore? So yeah, we hope that each country's literacy can keep blooming like that. And yeah, it's so nice to hear about how is it going in your countries. Okay, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the discussion. So after this, we will go to the breakout room session, but first we will take a picture. Maybe the panel discussion can take a picture first before everyone take a picture. Please, I will take the picture. Okay, can you pose, please? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now let's take a picture with everyone. Okay, I will also take the picture. Okay, everyone, can you open your camera, please? If you can, we will take a picture. Okay. Okay, I have 2 slides. Yeah. Okay, so the first slide. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the second slide. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yay, now we will go to the breakout room session. So Airin can arrange that. It's nice to see some familiar faces. Hi, Kaya. Who else here?
Kanaya, is it?
Yeah, Kaya from Booktube.
Oh, hi Kanaya. Long time no see you.
Hi, Hafiz.
Hi.
It's interesting to see to hear your opinion about the bookies industry in Malaysia.
Thank you, Kanaya, for tuning in.
Okay, please wait a minute while we arrange the breakout room. So in the breakout room session, for those who are new here, so we will share about each of our recommendations so you can talk there and share with each other. Didi looks like Amita Suman image. I agree with that. Didi looks like image from Six of Crows. Okay, see you in the breakout room, everyone.
Okay. So why is there still some people here?
Am I in the breakout room?
No, you're not. Did
Oh, not
did a
okay.
pop-up not come up to you?
I don't think so. And I'm still in the spotlight, I think.
Or maybe because you're in spotlight still. Hang on. Hey, no more. Remove spotlight. Okay, remove spotlight, and then it's weird. Why are you not in breakout? Okay, I'll put you in the one where Kanaya is at, so you guys can continue your.
What, catch up again?
Oops, sorry, I put myself in there, but not you.
Oh, I can join manually. I can join manually.
Why are you not there?
Which room I can join? I can ask
Okay,
to join.
room 3.
Room 3. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Great.
I'm joining group. Room 3.
Room 3. Yes. Perfect.